Good morning and welcome to my channel. It's Lorraine here. I hope you're all keeping well and finding time to do things that you love to do. Just today I'm going to go through this little shabby chic item that I've made. I have been binge watching a beautiful lady on YouTube called Anne, and she's from Odulcina, Scrap Anne. I hope I've pronounced it right. Forgive me, Anne, if I didn't. I will link her channel below, and she has some beautiful tutorials on how she makes such beautiful items. So I followed along with two of her tutorials and created this lovely shabby chic envelope with a slimline journal inside of it. So I'll just do a quick flick through. It's just closed using some of this ribbon, voile ribbon. Is it voile ribbon, do you call it? It's really see-through and lovely and glittery. I hope the camera can pick up the glitters. So it's just, that's tied around it. And the envelope is made using, well, I made it from a 12 by 12 pack that I've inherited from somebody. And it's this lovely, I don't know if the camera's able to pick it up, but it's a lovely shiny cardstock that I've used. And I've just created this envelope, stitched around it, used distress ink around the edges, and then I've decorated the front with this lace trim here with this applique floral pattern on it. I've done some layering here of digital papers, vintage French book page. There's some lace, different laces, and voile, netting voile underneath there with some fussy cut roses on top. And then at the bottom of the front of the envelope I've put this lovely lace trim, so that the whole front that you see is covered in lace. The back, I showed you the back earlier, it's just got this piece of crocheted lace trim on the top there, and I've left the rest of it blank so that you can see the beautiful paper, but you can put something on there. You could put another pocket on there. So again, inside I've used some of the cardstock, the matching cardstock in there, and tucked inside is this little slimline journal that I've made again from the same cardstock. On the video that I watched, Anne used a lunch bag to make her slimline journal, but I didn't have any of the lunch bags that were the right size. They were really carrier bags, little paper carrier bags that I had, and it was just massive, so I decided to use cardstock instead. But the video that Anne shares is using lunch bag. And I did like Anne's because when she squished it you could hear the lunch bag inside, so I'm going to have to try and source myself some of the lunch bags here, but it's not always as easy here on my little Greek island to be able to source things, but I'll try and I will make some. So the front of the journal, again I've used different laces to decorate the front of it. There's there's about 3-4 different sorts of lace on the front of the envelope flap. Then I've used this row of embroidered roses, little rosebuds. I've used this, I'm running low on this, I need to order some more because it's so versatile. I've used it in so many different projects, so I will order some more. And then I've made this little fabric cluster here. It's got some linen fabric at the base of it. It's got some of this voile netting. I don't know if you can see that. You just put my fingers over it, you might be able to see it. some voile net in there, and then this appliqued crochet lace trim flower with a vintage button sewn onto that, so that just adds some detail. It closes. I've used Velcro dots as the closure on this, and as you can see, I've used the same cardstock inside of the journal as well. I've decorated with just some lace trim here. Underneath is a little bit of digital paper that I've used to strengthen this pocket. So you've got a tuck spot here that you can store quite a few bits and pieces in there. I didn't say, but the journal is a blank journal. I haven't decorated it in any way other than what I'll go through, but I haven't put any pockets or tuck spots or anything like that. Maybe what I might do is put some ephemera tags, pockets and things inside of here, so whoever buys this slimline journal will be able to decorate it themselves using some of the ephemera that I send with it. So inside, again, the lace trim just hiding this little bit of digital paper that I've used, or just masking it slightly. And then inside there are about 24 pages, well 12 pages both sides, for journaling or decorating as you want. And I didn't measure, let me measure for you. The slimline journal, I'll do it in inches, is just short of 4 inches wide, and just 8 1/4 tall. So the pages are about 3 1/2, I think, yeah, 3 1/2 by, they vary because I've torn the edges, I haven't done it precisely, 7 1/2. So I've used these, and all I've done is I've torn the edges of the pages, and I've used distress ink, vintage photo, just to distress the edges of the pages. I've used different digital prints, and I've just left some of them blank, so there's journal spaces on there. Each of the page has been distressed on the edges, and coffee stained paper, and on the back is this vintage French letter printed. I've used some what do you call it, wax paper, greaseproof paper, or baking parchment. It sounds lovely, and again I've distress inked that. This is one of Artie Maze's digitals, and I've used, the rest of them are just on it's 100 GSM paper that I've used for these, but the centre one I've used a heavier cardstock, it's 160, just because it's the middle one, and it probably gets a little bit more wear and tear than the other pages. So again, some more of the paper, some more of the French letter. So there's plenty space. You could put a pocket here as well, and use that as a tuck spot. There's lots of things that you can do still with this. It's, you know, it's work in progress really for anybody who wants to enjoy this. So there we go. That'll be in my Etsy shop hopefully later today, and I hope you like it. Please, if you like it, just push the button, push the like button for me please, and leave me a comment, because I love to hear from you and what your thoughts are. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.